It's almost time for the big race day. For some of you, it's your first 5K or 10K run and a major highlight in your fitness journey. For others, this might just be a return to do better than you did the last time. And now that you're just a week out, you might be wondering what are the best practices. So in this video, we're going to take a look at 5 tips that will help you optimize your performance on race day, the day that you've been training for all this time. So let's get right into it. Tip number 1, tapering. In your final week, you're not trying to achieve any personal best. Your goal is to stay active, sharp, and assessing your body while you do so. This means reducing your mileage for that week and with a complete rest day just before your race. The last thing you want to do is show up on race day feeling sore, overtrained, or under-rested. So cut back on your mileage and frequency if necessary. But just as important, remember, maintain your 5K or 10K pace while reducing your mileage in this preparation week. This brings us to tip number 2, mobility. If there's recurring pain and stiffness in areas that you're using very frequently when you're running, be sure to address this during this week of final preparation. Soft tissue work such as foam rolling and a deep tissue massage can go very far away. In addition to that, you can do simple movements like static stretches to help loosen up certain areas. But remember, before you do any static stretches, always warm up. The same will go for doing foam rolling because it will allow you to be able to loosen the muscles a lot more effectively. If you're someone who has access to taking a deep tissue massage, ensure you take it 2 to 3 days before your actual race, because with deep tissue massages, your body usually requires a couple of days of recovery to function optimally. Listen to your body. Alright, so this brings us to tip number 3, hydration. You've probably heard me talk about this a number of times, the importance of hydration, ensuring you get enough electrolytes before and even after your race. At this point in time, you want to make sure you check those boxes off. Water by itself may not be giving you all the electrolytes you need, so you will need to add something to that water. A pinch of pink salt, Himalayan salt for instance, or Celtic salt is usually a good go-to because it has a very wide profile of minerals, including electrolytes inside there. So just a small pinch in your water before you go out for a run, especially with the hot days we're experiencing lately in Guyana. You want to make sure you're hydrating. If you're someone who sweats a lot, be sure to pay even more attention to your hydration. Dehydration causes cramping, it reduces your performance, it causes fatigue faster, and it can even cause nausea during your run. Things you don't want to experience. So make sure every day you're putting in the effort to hydrate properly this week, not just the day or the morning before the race. Also keep in mind your foods are actually a good source of electrolytes, especially fruits. And it goes without saying that you want to avoid beverages that are going to dehydrate you. Common sense, duh, right? So that means you're going to avoid alcohol, not just the day before, but please, if it's possible, cut back significantly on the use of it during the course of this final week or completely. After all, you've been putting weeks, possibly months of work into it to perform your best on this particular day. So why sabotage it now? Now, tip number 4 is rest. Sufficient sleep helps with recovery, recovery helps with performance, and recovery helps to reduce the risk of injury. When it comes to performance, sleep will forever be one of your best tools. And the best part about it is that it's completely free. It's your choice at the end of the day. But be sure you focus on increasing your rest during the course of this week. Try to get in a few extra hours, 8 hours on average. If you can get 9 hours some day or the other, go for it, especially on the day before, because chances are likely the night before your race, you might be filled with some excitement, some anxiety, and this might reduce your likelihood of getting a good night's rest. This is actually pretty common, so you're not alone. So here are 3 things I personally might be doing to ensure I get enough rest the day before. 1, I'll probably take a little nap at some point in time during the day. Number 2, I'm going to use some magnesium before I go to bed. And magnesium, if you don't know already, helps to relax your nervous system and helps you to get a deeper, more restful sleep. And 3, I'll probably go to bed a little bit earlier in case I'm feeling anxious and nervous in thoughts. Hopefully the magnesium will help with that. so that I can fall asleep eventually and still get enough rest before race day. Alright, so this brings us to the final tip, nutrition. As everyone already knows in the fitness industry that carbohydrates is the ultimate fuel for performance. Because you're doing either a 5K or a 10K race, which are relatively short races, I know it probably doesn't feel that short for you, certainly doesn't feel that short for me, but in comparison to a half marathon or a marathon, they're short, and the human body is more than capable of storing enough glycogen to support you on that race without having to take any form of supplements during the race. This is to say that before you do this race, there's no need for an emphasis on carb loading. If your race is in the morning and you're not someone who does well with eating in the morning very early, then you can simply increase your carbohydrates in your meals the night before you go to bed. This will ensure that your body has enough carbohydrates stored as glycogen for your race day the next day. As for the morning before the race, a light snack is going to be sufficient. This could be a peanut butter jelly sandwich or a peanut butter sandwich. You want to use simple carbohydrates like white flour, white bread. If you want to use whole wheat, that's fine as well, but the idea is to have carbohydrates that your body can break down fast so you can make that energy available for you and help you to feel more alert too in the process. So a simple carb snack before your race. This could also include fruit, which is a very good source of fructose, which is easily digested and your body can make use of it before your race and go far away. In addition to having fruit, you're also getting electrolytes inside there. So fruit is always going to be a good idea to use before any race. Fruits like bananas, watermelons, etc. Even baked chips, for instance, because that's going to give you carbohydrates and a nice punch of sodium so that you'll have your electrolytes on the upper end before you get into your race. This might be especially useful for persons who have trouble with cramping during the race. Before your race, things you don't want to do is to have a large meal before you get out there, because now your body is going to be competing for blood. Your muscles want the blood to perform and your gut wants the blood to digest. And if your muscles are not getting enough blood, then you're not going to be able to perform to your best. And if your stomach is not getting enough blood to digest the food, then you'll probably feel nauseated. Other foods to avoid are foods that are high in fats and high in proteins. Proteins and fats are going to be ideal for after the race for repairing muscle tissue, etc. But you don't need that before you start your race. So focus on getting your simple carbs and you'll be good to go. So that's it. Those are the 5 tips we got for you. When you get out there, remember it's you against you. Stop comparing yourself to anyone else. Comparison is a thief of joy. And just go out there and do your best. And remember the most important thing, you're moving, your heart is moving, you're an inspiration to others and a motivation. So keep up the good work and we'll catch you in the race.